When you're waking up every morning by yourself and you're fucking getting after it by yourself, and it's the hidden work. People see a 1 minute, video of me running and like these fighters, they see during the fight or after the fight. They don't see these motherfuckers, man, what they deal with every fucking day. All those mornings that you don't want to fucking get up, and I look at it as like a rock, and you find this fucking rock, and that rock is you. And every day you fight not wanting to get up, and you do anyway. You chip another piece off that fucking rock, and every day you fucking eat the right foods, and every day you go to train, you train harder and harder and harder and harder, and you get up earlier, and all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another fucking piece of that rock off. Before you know it, you have this beautiful fucking piece of artwork that you built.
Shalom. I would like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, pushing this word out across the four corners of the world. Just another GMS in transit lesson, all through the spirit, the power, and the vibration of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I came across a quote through the spirit by this guy by the name of Robert II. And it says, "Don't lose your hunger, stay focused, keep grinding until something happens." So don't lose your hunger, stay focused, keep grinding until something happens. And that hunger is that desire or that crave for food. So from a spiritual aspect, when you read John 6:35, our big brother Yahweh Shai stated, "I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger." Which means by not spiritually craving or desiring for other philosophies or ideologies, which are nothing but falsehoods. So he stated, "I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger. And he that believeth on me shall never thirst." And that thirst is synonymous to that hunger. As it's stated within Ephesians, the 4th chapter, the 14th verse, about being no children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, and by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness. So that's why Yahweh Shai told that heathen woman in John the 4th chapter about whosoever drinketh of the water that I should give him shall never thirst. Because this particular water referencing to the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to eventually lead into everlasting life. Which takes me right back to the topic of this lesson about don't lose your hunger, stay focused, keep grinding until something happens. So it's very imperative for us as the hopeful elect to continue to stay spiritually motivated and stay connected to Yahweh Bashim Shai day by day. Either by watching videos, doing videos, reading, praying, being amongst the brothers, meditating upon the scriptures. Just continually doing spiritual things to allow you to stay closer to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Abaratazah. And that's how you stay focused. By being concentrated and having your eyes single upon Yahweh Bashim Shai, upon that prize. Which is why we are spiritually grinding right now until something happens. And that takes me to Proverbs 28:19. "He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough." So if you're tilling something, that means that you're plowing. You're putting work in. You're cultivating that land or that vineyard. And that vineyard represents the Israelites. And by us who was given that spiritual ourselves to be able to have the true understanding within these last days of Yahweh Bashim Shai's words, that's why it's so significant for us to go out there on the highways and the byways and forewarn our people, whether they hear or forbear. And also doing our daily videos, if the Spirit allows. And that's also because we're supposed to be that standard or that city that's set on that hill that cannot be hid upon the rest of the flock, going into the nation of Israel. Which is why Yahweh Shai stated within Luke 10:2 about the harvest truly is great and how he was going to send forth laborers in his harvest. So therefore, by knowing that and by Yahweh Shai giving us that spiritual money, which ultimately goes into the gift of the Holy Spirit, we are supposed to be grinding. And that takes me to Ecclesiastes, the 20th chapter, the 28th verse. "He that tilleth his land shall increase his heap." So again, when you till something that goes into about plowing, you're cultivating that land or that vineyard. And that heap It's likened unto that spiritual storage or bank account that we can be able to withdraw when all hell breaks loose within the society. That's why I stay within Luke, the 21st chapter, about watching and praying always that we may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that should come to pass. And also to stand before the Son of Man, referencing to Yahweh Shai. So we are likened unto those students that's trying to get that good credit so we can be able to graduate. And that takes me to 2 Ezra 2:13. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. That's Jake talk right there. Like, okay, you don't believe me? Watch what I'm about to do. And through the gift of the Holy Spirit, we do believe. And that's because you see all the wickedness going on throughout this earth right now, which is nothing but total confusion. And we know by default that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is not the author of confusion. So we know that this cannot continue to carry on. So therefore, it's going to be a righteous standard be set upon this earth very soon. And for the ones of us who have that true testimony, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, keep grinding until something happens. And because, as you can see through the spirit, starting off from our apostles and their elders, and now to us, just look at the vibration of this world by us pushing forth that testimony. These elites of these different nations, they have that same mindset, but they are pushing on the left-hand side. And the more they are pushing on the left-hand side, they feel like the more they are getting closer to their NWO. So therefore, how much more on that right-hand side by the way that we are pushing that righteous frequency of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. You already know by default that the right hand is stronger than the left. So again, don't lose your hunger. Stay focused. Keep grinding until something happens. So with that, hopefully you all is edified. You all stay strong. Keep pushing forward. Shalom.